Hi, welcome to my classes on spectroscopic techniques, IR Spectroscopy, class number 5. So in previous classes, I explained about on IR spectroscopy, explained about the basics, including a different type of vibrations, which of molecules, of organic molecule mainly, which is absorbed by the IR spectrum and gives a peak, corresponding peak in a transmittance, percentage transmittance versus the wave number graph or plot. Okay, so different factors which are affecting the IR spectroscopy and different types of peaks like overtones, fundamental vibration, fundamental peaks, overtones, coupling frequencies, combinational frequencies, and Fermi resonance affected frequencies are explained. Even some of the properties which are affecting like hydrogen bonding or other solvent effect, everything is explained in detail in my previous video. Now this it comes about the applications of IR spectroscopy, how we can apply those information in IR spectroscopy, and what are the some basic characteristics of certain organic compounds like alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, aromatic hydrocarbons, alcohols, phenols, ethers, amines, and many more will be explained in my YouTube channel or through my YouTube channel, My Intuition. Please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and share the videos as well as like the videos. So your support always encourages me to give more and more information on chemistry or related topics. Now we are starting with the characteristic vibration frequency of alkanes. Now before that, how we do usually do the IR spectroscopy analysis, how we do the find out different functional group or different bonds present in a organic compound. That mainly what we can do, we will be having a non compounds spectra, and we can compare by seeing the peak values which are obtained, and we can compare with the peak values, and we can come into a conclusion that that particular compound, unknown compound, is what it is. So what we can do, we can have two spectra, non-spectra, and the spectra of the unknown compound. We can just overlap on the other one and we can check which are the peaks which are present comparatively and which are the peaks which are absent, and we can analyze it. Okay, also whatever unknown compound that we synthesize as a new product, new compound, we have some rough idea what type of functional group are present in that. Therefore, we can have a better analysis by comparing such type of organic compounds IR spectroscopy. If it is purely unknown, then we have to do so many trial and error methods, because we have seen many factors which affect the IR spectroscopy vibration. All those factors we have to consider, we have to keep it in mind, then only we can analyze. But still some characteristic absorption peaks will be there based on a particular compound. So we'll give a rough idea about the product what we have as an unknown compound or unknown product. So we'll see only the some of the characteristics, how we can mainly identify. Mainly alkanes. The first one, alkanes. Alkenes always, it is very difficult to identify in IR spectroscopy, because almost all hydrocarbons have the functional group or the groups which are present in alkenes, mainly the carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-hydrogen single bond. Okay, so alkenes are having, they are saturated compound, they are having only single bonds. Say I can draw the structure: carbon single bond, carbon, single bond, carbon. So for carbon, that's why it's a butane derivative, or it is butane only, because I'm explaining about alkanes. Therefore, it is butane. Therefore, I'm completing the valency of carbon with the hydrogen. So it is a butane. Now, the possible vibrations or bending, which stretching as well as bending vibrations, which will make the IR spectroscopy to absorb the radiation. IR spectroscopy analysis to absorb the radiations are bending as well as stretching. So carbon-carbon stretching in this particular molecule, the carbon-carbon stretching, it can be of this type. The carbon 1 and carbon 2 can undergo stretching. Carbon 2 and carbon 3 stretching is possible, as well as carbon 3 and carbon 4 stretching is also possible. But this show very broad and weak band. This absorption, this stretching, carbon-carbon stretching absorption, it shows a very broad, wide, as well as a very weak. There's not much intensity of absorption in that, in the region of around 1200 to 800 centimeter inverse, and have very little diagnostic value. We cannot use this as a tool to identify the alkanes or any other compound. It will be the almost all hydrocarbon, whatever IR spectroscopy we take, we'll be getting a very weak band near to in that region. The other one is bending, carbon, 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 three carbon joint where it undergoes the bending. So it may be bending on both sides, three-dimensional. I'm just drawing the two-dimensional representation here. So this type of bending, carbon, carbon, carbons bending, it absorbs below 500 cm minus, and we know that in our IR spectroscopy, normal IR spectra, whatever we take the value from 4000 centimeter inverse to 667 centimeter inverse in general case. So therefore 500 it falls below that. Therefore this also this bending vibration also have not much diagnostic value. Then comes the CH stretching. There are different CH bonds in that. All CH bonds are not same. Okay, so here CH, it is connected to a methyl group which is affected by the next CH2 group, and there is a CH group, CH bond in a methylene group. Like that, different CH bonds are also present in almost all alkanes, even some alkenes, alkynes. Every hydrocarbon, if you take, there also we have CH stretching vibrations are there. So like one CH I represented the different type of CH I'm representing. Okay, so CH, how you can call it as an isolated CH, or CH of affected by the nearby carbon or a group. So all those different type of stretching vibrations are possible, and it also have very little diagnostic value. It will give a medium to strong bands at around 2970 to 2845, as well as 2880 to 2850 centimeter inverse. So if it is an isolated CH, if you consider as a CH, it is not influenced by other one, then we'll be getting a peak in this region, 2970 to 2845. Or if it is a methylene groups CH or methyl groups CH stretching, then it will absorb around 2880 to 2850. Okay, so that influence, and then you already have explained in my previous videos why the difference. You can also guess whether it is as a single isolated CH, or if it is a methylene group CH or methyl group CH, they have their own influence by the other nearby atoms or molecules which are affecting their stretching frequency as well as its absorption. Now the possible CH deformation, that is bending vibration, it is the characteristics of alkyl group. You can say it as one of the characteristics of alkyl group, but usually CH stretching, it will be given by all alkanes. Almost all hydrocarbons will give CH stretching. Therefore, it will be there in the spectrum as a strong peak. Now, if it is a long chain alkane, so a little bit long chain alkane represented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. So hexane took a hexane molecule to represent to take it as a long chain. Usually more than 8 carbon is there, we consider as long chain alkenes. Okay, so in such type of molecules, this is one of the interesting type of deformation bending, that is rocking vibration. Okay, that is CH2 rocking. That is, it will absorb around 780 to 710 cm centimeter inverse. Therefore, if our alkane is a long chain alkane, then we can always expect a peak near 780 to 710 centimeter inverse. That is due to CH2 rocking vibrations, rocking, that is bending or deformations. So we'll give some of the values which is analyzed by different alkanes, or in general I'm giving that one. So not a particular alkane I'm giving. So in general, alkanes used to give different peaks at an intensity of around medium to strong in the range of 2970 to 2845. If it is there, it is due to CH stretching in alkanes. So it may be medium, it may be strong, depending upon the alkane or the other substituent present. So 2880 to 2850, the observed CH stretching vibrations are due to CH2, methylene CH stretching or methyl group CH stretching. If it is 1485 to 1340, a weak absorption band, if it is obtained, that is due to CH bending in alkanes. So that is one of the characteristic, as we can say, in alkenes. But still, it is a very weak band. So again, it will find difficult if you have no idea about which compound we have, then it will give us confusion, create a confusion. Therefore, it should be clear. If you know it is alkane, then you should get a value at 1485 to 1388 weak band due to CH deformation or bending in alkane. If it is 1485 to 1440 with a medium sized peak, if it is obtained, that is CH bending of CH2 in alkane. 1200 to 8000, again weak band, that is CC stretching in carbon stretching in alkane. Again, it is a weak band. 1470 to 1430, a medium peak if it is obtained, that is CH bending of CH2 and CH3 in alkanes. Approximately around 1380 medium type bands, and to a doublet is obtained near that frequency range or near that wavelength range, then it is due to CH bending of a geminal dimethyl group. So what is geminal dimethyl? I explained in my previous video. In this video also coming, I'll be taking example of that. Okay, so if such type of groups are expected, then that means a geminal dimethyl group is expected in our compound, then should get a doublet near 1380. Then 1365, a strong band, and as well as a band at a medium band at 1395 to 1385. These two come found together, that means it will be the CH bending of CCH312 geminal dimethyl methane. 780 to 710 with a strong as well as medium band, if it is there, that is CH2 rocking in long chain alkanes. Okay, so we'll take example dodecane. The structure is given. It is 12 carbon atoms in a straight chain, 8 plus 4, 12 carbon atom in a straight chain, and it is an alkane, saturated hydrocarbon. Its expected peaks I'm giving here. We expect a peak at around 2970, that of a CH stretching in alkane. And then see the methylene group is there, methyl group is there. They also give CH stretching around 2880 to 2850. Then expected, since we already know that it is dodecane, then CH bending 1485 to 1440, we should get a medium type peak. Then CH bending of CH2 and CH3 in alkane should give the peak, that is 1470 to 1430. In that range we should get a peak. That should be that also a medium peak. And the rocking, because it's a long chain, so this is always expected. So this is one of the criteria to identify whether it is a long chain alkene or normal short chain alkene. So that also CH2 rocking 780 to 710 it will absorb. One more example, that is 3-methyl pentane. So it is a pentane molecule. The parent chain is pentane, 5 carbon atom, and third position we have a methyl group, and it also gives the same values or nearby values in that range. Small variation will be there, so I'm giving that in this range we will be getting a CH stretching vibration peak. Will be getting in this range 2970 to 2845. And the CH stretching in CH3, where we have CH3 1 2 3 CH3 groups are there. Therefore 2880 to 2850 also we are expecting a peak. Then CH bending of CH2 in alkane, that is 1485 to 1440, and CH bending of CH2 around 1470 to 1430, a medium band. It's also observed. Another example, 2,4-dimethyl pentane. Again, it is pentane, position 2 as well as position 4 having methyl group, and it should give CH stretching, normal CH stretching, then CH stretching of CH2 and CH3. Okay, so it should give CH bending of CH2 in alkane. It also should give a doublet because it is a type of geminal dimethyl group. Okay, so this CH having 2 CH3 are on the same carbon. 2 methyl groups are on the same carbon. We call it as gem dimethyl group. This side, right side also we have the gem dimethyl group. Therefore, this is one of the expected peak, a doublet near 1380. It is expected compared to 2-methyl pentane. Now some characteristic vibration frequency of alkenes. So that's about alkanes. So you can take different alkanes, you can compare their frequencies, you will be getting peaks near to that. So in alkenes, alkene, it may be one alkene, the double bond. Alkene means having double bond. A double bond present in the first carbon itself, or it may be two alkene, or it may be trans type alkene. The CH3 groups are on opposite side, and hydrogen atoms, compared to the double bond, they are on opposite sides. So we call it as trans type of alkene. It may be cis also, cis type of alkene. May CH3 groups are on the same side, and H hydrogen are on also on the same side. Since in between carbon and carbon rotation, it is difficult because they are having two bonds are there. Therefore, rotation it is not possible. Therefore, cis and trans, they are two different categories of alkenes. It may be geminal also, geminal disubstituted, geminal dimethyl. So same carbon having two methyl group. Geminal dimethyl alkenes are also comes under that. Then next one, that is allenes. So we have can say that cumulative double bonds. Alternate, not alternate, consecutive double bonds are present. A double bond, another double bond, a third double bond present in a molecule. We call such molecules are as allenes. So these are the different types of alkenes that will come across. And benzene aromatic, that comes in different category. We will not treat under alkenes. That is a different category, aromatic hydrocarbons. Don't say that they also contains alternate double bonds, but it is neither double bond nor single bond, that type of nature that you already studied in aromatic nature. Okay, therefore alkenes, those different types I just shown the examples. So we'll see some of the characteristics, peaks, and the intensity and what it represents. 3100 to 3000, a medium band is expected if because of the CH stretching, and the C is connected to another carbon by double bond. So double bonded molecule, they are called as alkenes. So this will give a different stretching frequency compared to the normal CH stretching in dimethyl substituted alkene, 3095 to 3075. Then 3040 to 3010, a medium band. All these are medium intensity. We won't get a very sharp peak. Medium sized peaks are obtained. That is again due to CH stretching of mono as well as di. It may be cis or trans substituted alkene. So mono substituted alkenes, double bond consists of one alkyl group. The carbon with double bond having only one alkyl group, that is mono substituted. Disubstituted means it contains both two alkyl groups connected to the double bonds. Okay, so it may be cis or trans also. Then around 2960 to 2930, medium to strong bands are expected with the CH stretching in CH2 as well as CH3. Then 970 to 960, CH deformation of di-trans substituted alkenes. Around 895 to 875, a strong band is due to CH deformation or bending of digeminal substituted alkenes. 850 to 790, that is due to CH deformation or bending of tri-substituted alkenes. And approximately around 700, a strong peak if obtained if it is a cis di-substituted alkene. Around 700, a strong peak. Along with that, peak at around 915 to 905. That also strong peak is there if it is a mono substituted alkene and it's a CH stretching, CH bending deformation of mono substituted alkenes. Okay, so based on the different alkene that we have, we can expect this type of bands. So all these are covered in a single table, that cis trans case, mono substituted geminal case, everything is covered in a single table. So you can just separate them. Only for alkenes, normal alkenes, what should be the peaks should obtained. If it is geminal type, what are the peaks that is expected, you can separate from this table. If it is a cis type of alkene we have, Then also what are the different peaks that is expected, we can split it out and we can have analysis. Okay, so it got repeated. Okay, so okay, it's not got repeated. In case of double bonds, okay, alkenes, so we only explained in previous slide about the CH stretching. Now we have even C double bond C present in alkene. So because of that, what are the types of peaks obtained? Around 1675 medium peak due to trans substituted alkene CH stretching. Again around 1617 medium if it is cis gem, a little bit variation 75 to 70 near to 1670 obtained. Even if it is tri tetra substituted alkenes also, we are getting a carbon-carbon stretching frequency. If it is a non-conjugated diene, then we expected around 1650 to 1600. In that range also, one peak is expected if it is non-conjugated diene. Most of the dienes are non-conjugated. If it is a conjugated case, alternate single and double bonds are there. The conjugation also we explained. It will give two different peaks, at least around 1600 to 1650. Two different peaks are obtained, not in a single broad peak compared to the non-conjugated diene. Around 2000 to 1900 gives a strong to medium peak for the cumulative double bond or allenes. So if allenes, we have expected allenes as the compound that you are going to analyze in IR spectroscopy, then you can expect a peak in this range. So we'll take one or two examples. So one decene, that means 10 carbon atoms are present, and position 1 having double bond. Therefore, this is one decene structure. Expected is it is a mono substituted only this side, or the second carbon atom having alkyl substitute, and therefore we can call it as a mono substituted one. Therefore, the expected peak is around 3040 to 3010 for CH stretching. Then the CH stretching in CH2, CH3, there are many CH2 groups present in that, as well as a CH3 is also present. It gives a value around 2960 to 2930, and it is a non-conjugated type. You cannot say it as a diene also, but still non-conjugation. It is not conjugated. Okay, so you can treat it as a non-conjugated diene, is a single double bond present. That also gives a value around 1650 to 1600. That is due to carbon-carbon stretching. Then rocking is expected because many CH2 groups are there. So that also is expected around 780 to 710. So we have to take some of the values even from alkanes, because many type of vibrations are common in alkanes as well as alkenes and the other hydrocarbons also. Now cyclohexene. So cyclohexene structure drawn here. It has got a carbon CH C double bond C single bond X stretching is expected. That is around 3100 to 3000. So that is the difference between previous decene as well as the cyclohexene, and we say it also have CH stretching in CH2 group. It also shows non-conjugated type C carbon-carbon double bond, that is 1650 to 1600, and also 780 to 710, that is due to deformation. That is CH deformation of dye substituted, and it is a cis type because both the alkyl groups are on the same side, hydrogens are on the opposite side of the double bond. So this also expected, and approximately around a CH value 700 for CH deformation is also expected. Now some characteristic vibrational frequency of aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbons. The best example, that is benzene itself. We call it as aromatic. It is aromatic, and related compounds connected to benzene, we call it as aromatic hydrocarbon. So you can represent the aromatic benzene like this, C6H6, and inside I'm not giving a full double bond character, a partial double bond character to all the carbon-carbon, because we know it undergoes a resonance stabilization. Therefore, it is neither double bond nor single bond. Okay, the characteristic band, if our compound, if it is aromatic, not only benzene, if it is aromatic, then these peaks are always expected around 1600, 1580, 1500, 1450. If peaks are there, then we can guess that it is an aromatic hydrocarbon. Okay, so the other values connected to that, around 3050 to 3000, the aromatic benzene ring 2 or aromatic ring connected to hydrogen stretching frequency absorption. Then these already we seen 1600, 1580, 1500, 1450. That is the carbon-carbon stretching of aromatic compound. That is the characteristic of aromatic compound. Then 900 to 700 a medium peak for CH deformation. 770 to 690 a strong band if it is strong band if it is monosubstituted CH deformation or CH bending. 710 to 690 strong to medium if it is a CH deformation disubstituted meta case along with a peak at 800 to 750. Similarly, for disubstituted ortho, we are getting only one peak, that is 770 to 735 strong to medium. And for para substitution case, it is around 840 to 800 a medium peak if it is a disubstituted para case. Therefore, we know when benzene ring is there, if two substituents are present, disubstituent present, it may be in mutually in ortho position or meta position or para positions. That can be distinguished by seeing spectral peaks, different positions, frequency absorption in the IR spectroscopy. Okay, so we'll take one or two examples. Okay, so this is the basic chart required to analyze aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, so toluene we know that is C6H5CH3. C6H5CH3 should give the aromatic ring to hydrogen CH stretching. It should give these characteristics because it is aromatic, we know already, and should give it's a monosubstituted benzene. Therefore, peak is expected around 770 to 690. Then normal CH stretching and CH3 is also expected because the CH3 group is there. Therefore, also it is expected to give. Okay, but anyhow, the characteristic bands are, if it is aromatic, 1600 to 1450, 4 or 3 peaks in that region, that shows the aromatic nature. Now, example orthoxylene. Orthoxylene is two CH3 group in benzene ring and ortho position to each other. We call it as xylene. Since they are in ortho position, it is orthoxylene. Orthoxylene also, the expected peaks are around 3050 to 3000. Then what are the expected peaks? We have expected peaks at aromatic nature. Okay, so by default it comes. Okay, so these are also expected peaks for carbon-carbon stretching due to aromatic nature. Then disubstituted ortho case, 770 to 735, strong to medium peaks are expected in that region. And also CH3 group is there, therefore CH stretching in CH3 also present in the spectrum, should also present in spectrum. Another example, metaxylene, only for to identify the difference ortho and this is meta case. Okay, so this is, it can be represented as like this, a meta xylene. The compound also should give the first value, that is a 3050 to 3000, a strong peak is expected, then 1600, 1580, 1500 as well as 1450 peaks are expected since it is aromatic. Then it is disubstituted meta case, 2 peaks at around 710 to 690 as well as 800 to 750. That is due to CH bending type vibration. Then normally CH3 group, CH stretching in the range of 2970 to 2845. Now the important, one more important type of hydrocarbons, they are alcohols as well as phenols having OH functional group. So phenol case we'll see first. So phenol, it can represent as benzene ring connected to oxygen and to hydrogen. So OH, hydroxyl functional group present in connected to benzene ring, we call it as phenol. As well as we have primary type alcohols. Okay, so the oxygen OH group connected to carbon, which is connected only to one carbon atom. Okay, so only one carbon atom it is there, therefore we call it as primary, remaining valency and satisfying with the hydrogen. Okay, so this is a primary alcohol. We can have a secondary alcohol also. Okay, so completing the valency of carbon. Okay, so we should be aware that carbon should have tetravalency. If there is no double bond, it should be satisfied with the hydrogen if not specified by other atom or a group of atoms. Therefore, the second carbon having OH functional group, whether it is second or first, here, what I mean to say here that this is a secondary alcohol. Carbon, the hydroxyl bearing carbon, it is connected to two carbon atom, two alkyl group, we call it as secondary alcohol. Or it may be connected to a carbon, connected to another carbon. Okay, so you can see hydroxyl bearing carbon, it is connected to three more carbon atom, three more alkyl groups. We call it as a tertiary alcohol. Okay, so tertiary alcohol, completing this structure, cannot write only carbon there. It should be completely vacancy should be satisfied, valency should be satisfied with the hydrogen. So this is tertiary alcohol. So alcohols and phenols, what are the expected peak and intensity and what it is for? Around 3700 to 3500, a sharp peak is obtained. That is due to free OH stretching. We know always in a hydroxyl group present, they are having high polarity. Alcohols as well as phenol. Phenol, it is more polar. And in alcohols, normally the OH, it is polar in nature. It can give hydrogen bonding. It may be intermolecular hydrogen bonding or intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Those explained in my previous video. Please watch that video to understand that one. So here only giving the characteristic absorption frequencies we are comparing. Okay, so due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the OH stretching is obtained around 3570 to 3450. And if it is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that too, if it is polymeric, so too many molecules are bonded one by hydrogen bonding, we can call it as a polymeric type. So you know what are polymers? They are the long chain or macromolecules with repeated monomers. Okay, so can treat it as a polymeric type molecule because of hydrogen bonding. In 3400 to 3200, a broad band is obtained, and around 3000 to 2500 a weak as well as broad band, that is due to the bridges type structure that is we see in case of carboxylic acids, the chelate compound or even chelate compounds also shows a OH stretching, that is the bridge type of hydrogen bonding if it is present. 1350 to 1260 as well as approximately around 1050 a strong band, that is due to CO stretching in primary alcohols. Okay, now we know primary alcohol, secondary alcohol. 1350 to 1260 if a strong band is obtained, and around 1100 if it is there, that is due to secondary alcohol. So very small difference, 1050 to 1100. We can distinguish between primary and secondary. Somewhat difficult only to analyze, but still you can have compare and say whether it is primary or secondary alcohol. 1400 to 1310 a strong band, or approximately 1150 a strong band if it is there, that is because of tertiary alcohol. Then approximately around 1200 a strong band, and a band in between 1410 and 1300, that is represents the CO stretching in phenols. Okay, so phenol, the different characteristic band, we can say these two bands are characteristic band of phenol. The remaining also present because it contains OH group. Now taking example, ethanol, CH3CH2OH. expected it is it can give intermolecular hydrogen bonding. It cannot give intramolecular glycol or two hydroxyl functional group present in same molecule. Then it can give intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This is only one hydroxyl group present in the one molecule, and it can connect it can form hydrogen bonding with the next molecule of ethanol, and it continues polymeric type of hydrogen bonding. It is possible in ethanol, and that too this ethanol spectra is taken as a thin film, or it is converted into solid state. It converted into thin film state, and spectra is taken not in presence of other solvent. Then it will affect this. So what are the solvent effect as also explained in my previous videos. So this is only ethanol present. If only ethanol present, the expected peaks are I'm giving here. 3400 to 3200, a broad band that is due to OH stretching, intermolecular hydrogen bonded affected OH stretching. Around 1350 to 1200, a strong band, as well as 1050, a strong band that is due to the primary alcohol, because it is primary alcohol of OH is connected to a carbon connected to only a single alkyl group. And around 2996 approximately, we should get a CH stretching. Okay, usually CH stretching is observed in this range. A little bit higher values obtained because of the presence of OH group. Okay, so those also the hydroxyl group, how it influences the CH stretching also we can analyze. Now, characteristic vibrational frequency of ethers. For ethers, always it is difficult with IR spectroscopy. Because we know the structure of ether. Ether is a R or COC bond. If it is that we call as ether. Ether, it may be symmetric ether on either side of the oxygen, same alkyl group present, or it may be asymmetric ether, a different alkyl group present, or even it may be aromatic type. Okay, one side it contains a benzene ring, or both sides it contains a aromatic molecule, then it become aromatic ether. Okay, so beta intensity around 1300 to 1200, the COC stretching asymmetric in asymmetric or symmetric ether. Asymmetric stretching vibrations of COC. What is asymmetric type stretching? What is symmetric stretching? That is explained in my previous video. Please watch that and compare with that. Okay, so we know ether is also two type, asymmetric ether as well as symmetric ether. So both symmetric as well as asymmetric ether will give asymmetric COC stretching and gives a peak around 1300 to 1200. If it is 1140 to 1030, a strong peak if it is observed, that is due to COC, symmetric stretching in symmetric ether. Okay, so you might have seen that strong peaks are obtained, but this type of peaks are given by many other functional group. Therefore, if it is pure ether we are taken, and it has not influenced by other functional group in that, then this peak we can identify. Otherwise, in same range, many other functional group also giving a strong absorption peak. So therefore, ethers always with IR spectroscopy somewhat difficult to analyze, but still the expected peaks are given here. So diethyl ether. So two ethyl group are connected to oxygen. So diethyl group. So diethyl ether, the expected peak is around 1140 to 1030, because it is a symmetric ether actually. Okay, so symmetric ether, COC stretching in symmetric ether. Anisole, it should give. Okay, so a typing mistake happened there. Okay, so 1300 to 1200, as well as 1140 to 1030 strong peaks are obtained. That is due to the asymmetric nature, as well as it should give the aromatic type of peaks, that is at 1600, 1580, 1500, 1450. Those peaks also it is observed. Therefore, we can differentiate between the normal aliphatic ether as well as aromatic ether can be distinguished easily. Remaining analysis of ethers is somewhat difficult, because the obtained peak values will match with the absorption frequencies of many other functional groups also. Now, characteristic vibrational frequency of amines. Amines are similar to that of hydroxyl. It can give hydrogen bonding. Okay, amine, it may be NH2. It is a derivative of ammonia, NH3. Okay, so one hydrogen is replaced by an alkyl group, it becomes primary amine. If it is connected to a benzene ring or aromatic compound, it becomes aromatic amine. Or it may be two alkyl group connected, it becomes a secondary amine. So the peak and intensity and why it is, what is the reason, that also giving 3500 to 3300 medium doublet peaks are obtained, two peaks obtained in that range, that is due to NH stretching in primary amines. If a singlet peak is obtained in that range, that is due to secondary amines. Remaining CH vibrational frequency, CH deformation frequency, aromatic nature, if it is aromatic related absorption peaks, CH bending peaks, so everything is common to us. So only this primary amine and secondary amine, how we can distinguish, that I am given here. So if it is aniline, okay, so this given compound present here called as aniline, CCH5NH2. Okay, it should give a value around 3450 and 3390 because it is a primary amine. And it also should give the values which is for aromatic compounds, and it can form hydrogen bonding. Therefore, NH structure with the hydrogen bonded expected around 3226. So we know that hydrogen bonding will also affect the NH frequency. So hydrogen bonding will be there, it will be absent also. Therefore, both non-hydrogen bonded NH vibration frequency as well as hydrogen bonded NH vibration frequency also observed in the IR spectroscopy. Okay, so what I'm giving here, okay, so this is the conclusion of this particular class video, that how to identify different hydrocarbons. So around 3700 to 3200, if you are getting a strong broad peak, that will be characteristics of alcohol. It includes even hydrogen bonding. So if broad and strong peak is observed in this region, first we can say that it may be alcohol, or it contains OH functional group. If the peak is around 3500 to 3300 and medium peak is obtained, that is due to NH stretching, including hydrogen bonding, that we can say that they are amines. If 2970 to 2845 is strong to medium, it is that is mainly due to alkanes. Okay, anyhow, it goes below 3000. Okay, so above 3000 and below 3000 distinction we got. Above 3000, if it is, that is mainly due to OH as well as NH groups. Around 2260 to 2100, a medium to weak absorption peaks, if it is there, that is due to C triple bond C stretching in alkynes. Around 1675 to 1600, a medium to weak stretching vibration, weak absorption frequency is there, that is due to carbon-carbon double bond, that is alkenes. If around 1300 to 1030, a strong peak is there, that is ether. Okay, so that is only a characteristic peak of ether, and I also say that it is difficult to identify because many other stretching of bending vibrations, mainly bending vibrations comes in that. Many other functional groups, bending vibration also interfere in this region. Then this is particularly this for 3 to 4 peaks in this region. If it is there, that is aromatic compound. Okay, so that is about different hydrocarbons is seen, and many other different hydrocarbons mainly comes under the category of carbonyl compounds like ketones, aldehydes, esters, amides, anhydrates, and acids. How to distinguish, how to identify this functional group by using IR spectroscopy will be explained in my YouTube channel, My Intuition. Please do watch these videos in my YouTube channel, My Intuition only. Do subscribe my YouTube channel and support. That is the only support you can extend to me. Like the videos and share to maximum to give publicity to my YouTube channel, My Intuition. So once again, I thank you very much for watching this video, and have a nice day.